Life often unfolds in ways we don't anticipate. Unexpected hardships, sudden detours, and even moments of deep tranquility can leave us wondering if a higher power is at work. Have you ever reflected on those moments when you felt completely lost, yet somehow things fell into place? Or the times when a door you desperately wanted to open remained closed, only to later realize it was for your own good? Perhaps in times of joy, a sense of unexplainable gratitude overwhelmed you, making you feel connected to something far greater than yourself. Now let me ask you, what if I told you that every hardship you endure, every joy that fills your heart, and every relationship that crosses your path are not mere coincidences, but intentional signs of Allah's involvement in your life? Allah's guidance is ever present, shaping our experiences to help us grow, learn, and ultimately draw closer to Him. The trials you face are not meant to break you, but to build resilience and strengthen your faith, while the blessings you receive are not just rewards, but reminders of His endless mercy. Even the people who enter and exit your life serve a purpose, some to support you, others to teach you valuable lessons, and some to redirect you to a better path. Nothing in life is random. Everything happens under the wisdom of Allah's divine plan. Every obstacle and opportunity is a thread woven into the fabric of your destiny, guiding you toward the greater good that only He knows. Understanding this truth requires patience, reflection, and trust. In today's discussion, I'll share 7 profound insights that will open your heart to the countless ways Allah's help manifests in your life, even when it's not immediately visible. Once you internalize these lessons, your entire perspective on life will shift. You'll begin to see Allah's wisdom in every twist and turn, realizing that even unanswered prayers and difficult experiences are ultimately steering you towards something far better than you could have imagined. Let's embark on this journey together and uncover how Allah's help is constantly at work in our lives, in ways we often overlook. Let's begin. Lesson 1. When disappointments become redirections. Have you ever found yourself standing before a closed door, feeling confused and disheartened, questioning why things didn't work out as you had hoped? We often pour our hearts into prayers, asking for specific outcomes, whether it's a dream job, a relationship, or an opportunity we believe will bring happiness and success. But when these desires remain unfulfilled, it's easy to feel abandoned or overlooked. However, what if those unanswered prayers are not signs of rejection, but rather divine redirections leading us towards something far better than we can comprehend? Sometimes our limited understanding blinds us to what lies ahead, and what we perceive as a loss might actually be Allah's way of protecting us from unforeseen harm, or leading us to a greater purpose. Consider the story of a man who once prayed earnestly for a prestigious job, believing it would secure his future. Despite his qualifications and efforts, he didn't get the position. At the time, it felt like a major setback, leaving him feeling discouraged and questioning his worth. However, years later, as he looked back, he realized that had he secured the job, it would have required him to relocate, distancing him from his loved ones and the supportive environment that nurtured his faith. Instead, the path he was eventually guided to brought him closer to his family and allowed him to strengthen his connection with Allah. Allah in His infinite wisdom tells us in the Quran, "But perhaps you dislike a thing, and it is good for you. And perhaps you love a thing, and it is bad for you, and Allah knows, while you know not." Surah Al-Baqarah 2:16. This verse serves as a powerful reminder that our perception is limited, and what we think is best for us may not align with what truly benefits our spiritual and personal growth. Disappointments are often blessings in disguise, shielding us from potential difficulties we are unaware of. For instance, being denied a specific job might prevent future challenges, such as an unhealthy work environment, ethical dilemmas, or even a work-life imbalance that could negatively impact our well-being. When life doesn't go according to our plans, it's crucial to remind ourselves that Allah, the most merciful, sees the bigger picture. He knows what is best for us, and His delays are not denials. They are careful alignments with our greater purpose. These closed doors are opportunities to exercise patience, deepen our trust in Him, and explore paths we may never have considered. Often, it is in hindsight that we realize those rejections were actually moments of divine intervention, directing us to something far more fulfilling and aligned with our destiny. So the next time you encounter an obstacle or an unfulfilled prayer, take a moment to reflect. Instead of dwelling on what could have been, consider the possibility that Allah is protecting you, preparing you, and positioning you for something far beyond your expectations. Trust in His plan, for it is always crafted with wisdom, mercy, and love. Lesson 2. When doors open without you knocking. Sometimes Allah's help manifests in ways beyond our expectations, arriving through channels we never could have imagined. Life often presents us with uncertainties, and in our limited understanding, we may not see a clear way forward. However, Allah's wisdom and mercy operate beyond human comprehension, and His assistance can appear in moments when we least expect it. Consider the story of a struggling mother, overwhelmed by financial burdens and the responsibility of raising her children alone. With mounting expenses and no steady income, she found herself lost in worry and exhaustion. She had applied for multiple jobs, each time facing rejection due to her lack of qualifications or experience. One day, just as she was losing hope, an opportunity presented itself. An unexpected job offer came her way from a source she never even considered. This position was not only within her capabilities, but also perfectly aligned with her family's needs, offering flexibility and stability that she had been praying for. It was a reminder that Allah's provision comes from places beyond our limited foresight. Allah states in the Quran, "And whoever fears Allah, He will make for him a way out and provide for him from sources he never imagined." Surah At-Talaq 65:2-3. This verse beautifully illustrates that Allah's help is not confined by our circumstances. Rather, it transcends them. His aid can come through a sudden change in career, an unexpected financial gift, a compassionate individual stepping in to offer support, or even a newfound skill that opens doors of opportunity. Sometimes, what we perceive as a setback, such as losing a job, may actually be a redirection towards something far better suited for us. Additionally, Allah's help may arrive in the form of inner strength and resilience that empower us to seize opportunities we once felt unqualified for. The key lies in having trust, maintaining patience, and continuing our efforts while placing our reliance on Him. When doors open without us even knocking, it is a powerful reminder that Allah's plans are always unfolding in our favor, even if we don't fully understand them at the time. Moments like these are not coincidences but divine interventions woven into the fabric of our lives. They serve as a testament to the fact that when we put our trust in Allah and strive with sincerity, His assistance will find us in ways that surpass our imagination. So the next time you experience an opportunity falling effortlessly into place, pause and recognize it as Allah's unseen hand, guiding you toward what is best for you. Lesson 3. The people who enter and exit your life. Every person who crosses your path does so for a divine reason, intricately woven into the fabric of your life's journey. Some individuals enter your life to guide and uplift you, offering wisdom, encouragement, and companionship that help you grow in ways you never imagined. Their presence may come in the form of a mentor who instills in you the courage to pursue your dreams, a friend who constantly reminds you to turn to prayer during difficult times, or even a stranger whose kindness leaves an unforgettable impression on your heart. On the other hand, some individuals serve as tests or lessons, challenging your patience, resilience, and ability to forgive. These experiences, though often painful, help you recognize your own weaknesses, refine your character, and deepen your reliance on Allah. The people who challenge you the most might unknowingly be steering you towards self-improvement and spiritual awakening, encouraging you to seek Allah's guidance and mercy in ways you wouldn't have otherwise. Consider the individuals who have made an impact on your journey, whether positively or negatively. Perhaps a teacher's words of encouragement fueled your determination, or a relative's departure taught you the value of gratitude and contentment. Sometimes people are placed in our lives to fulfill a specific purpose and then move on. Their departure, while heartbreaking, could be Allah's way of creating space for new blessings, growth, and deeper connections that align better with your faith and purpose. While it can be difficult to accept when someone leaves, whether through distance, conflict, or even loss, it is essential to trust in Allah's wisdom. Every encounter and departure serves a role in your personal and spiritual development. Allah removes people from your life when their presence no longer serves your growth, or when their influence may hinder your connection with Him. Take a moment to reflect on the relationships you hold today. Are they nurturing your soul, guiding you towards becoming a better person, and helping you strengthen your faith? Or are they distracting you from your ultimate purpose and pulling you away from the remembrance of Allah? True companionship should serve as a source of encouragement to stay steadfast on the right path, fostering values of patience, kindness, and gratitude. When you find yourself questioning why someone has entered or left your life, remember that nothing happens without purpose. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, arranges relationships that contribute to your journey in ways you may not immediately understand. Whether through joy, pain, or growth, every connection is part of a divine plan aimed at drawing you closer to Him. Trust that Allah's timing and decisions are always for your ultimate benefit, and embrace the wisdom behind every relationship. Lesson 4. Rising after every fall. Life is a series of ups and downs, and we all falter at times, but what truly defines us is our ability to rise after falling. Every individual faces moments of weakness, moments where they feel overwhelmed by their own shortcomings. These challenges can come in various forms: bad habits, negative thoughts, or even external influences that push us away from our values. However, what separates those who succeed from those who remain stagnant is the willingness to acknowledge their flaws, seek help, and work towards self-improvement. True strength lies not in never falling, but in rising each time with renewed determination and faith. Take, for example, the story of a man who struggled with the habit of lying. For years, he found himself trapped in an endless cycle of dishonesty, each falsehood leading to another, deepening his sense of guilt and shame. He often wondered if he could ever break free, as the habit had become second nature to him. But instead of succumbing to despair, he turned to Allah with a sincere heart, making consistent dua and seeking guidance in the Quran and Sunnah. Through perseverance and unwavering trust in Allah's mercy, he began to recognize the triggers that led him to lie. He consciously made efforts to be truthful in small, everyday matters, whether it was admitting mistakes at work, being honest in relationships, or speaking with integrity in challenging situations. Over time, with patience and self-reflection, he noticed a transformation within himself. The burden of guilt that once weighed heavily on his heart was replaced by a newfound sense of inner peace and integrity. This journey of self-reformation reminds us of a powerful hadith of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Every son of Adam sins, but the best of those who sin are those who repent. This profound statement highlights a key lesson. Perfection is not expected of us, but sincere repentance and the continuous effort to do better are what matter most. Allah's doors of forgiveness are always open, no matter how many times we fall short. Each act of repentance is a step towards spiritual growth, and each attempt to better ourselves strengthens our relationship with Allah. It's important to remember that no sin is too great for Allah's mercy, and no mistake is beyond repair if we approach it with humility and sincerity. The process of rising after falling involves not just asking for forgiveness, but also making a conscious effort to change, seeking support from righteous companions, and engaging in acts of worship that purify the heart. When you find yourself struggling, remind yourself that setbacks are not the end of your journey. They are opportunities to grow closer to Allah. Whether it's a struggle with dishonesty, impatience, or any other weakness, the key is to keep moving forward with faith, knowing that Allah's mercy far outweighs our mistakes. So, no matter how many times you stumble, keep turning back to Allah. Seek His forgiveness with an open heart. Embrace the lessons hidden within your struggles, and trust that He will guide you to a better path. With every sincere effort, you are not only overcoming your weaknesses, but also drawing closer to the infinite mercy and love of your Creator. Lesson 5. Feeling heard in moments of desperation. There are moments in life when everything feels heavy, and the burdens of uncertainty, stress, and hardship weigh down on your heart. In these moments, you might feel isolated, as if no one truly understands your pain, and you cry out to Allah, wondering if your prayers are reaching Him. It's during these times that doubt may creep into your mind, making you question whether your whispers in the dead of night or the silent pleas of your heart are truly heard. But Allah, in His infinite mercy and wisdom, reassures us with His divine promise. And when my servants ask you about me, indeed I am near. I respond to the call of the supplicant when he calls upon me. Surah Al-Baqarah 286. This verse is a powerful reminder that Allah is closer to us than we can ever imagine. He listens to every word, every unspoken fear, and every silent tear that falls from our eyes. His nearness is not limited to the moments we feel strong, but more so in the times we are broken and in need. The acceptance of our du'as may not always come in the form we expect, but the very act of calling upon Him is an assurance of His presence in our lives. Even when we don't see an immediate change, Allah is orchestrating things behind the scenes, aligning events and guiding us toward what is best for us. Take, for instance, the story of a young woman who found herself at a crossroads, uncertain about which path to take. Every option seemed overwhelming, and no matter how much she thought, clarity evaded her. One night, feeling lost and desperate, she turned to Allah with sincerity, pouring out her heart, seeking guidance and strength. The very next morning, she experienced an unexpected sense of peace and clarity. Her circumstances hadn't changed overnight, but her heart felt lighter, and the confusion that once clouded her thoughts had begun to clear. This moment of serenity was Allah's way of showing her that He had always been listening, reassuring her that He is Al-Mujib, the one who responds to supplications. Never underestimate the power of dua, for it is more than a mere set of words. It is a direct connection to the Almighty, an acknowledgement of our dependence on Him, and a testament to our faith. Dua has the power to transform anxiety into hope, despair into patience, and weakness into strength. It aligns our hearts with the divine will and reminds us that no matter how impossible a situation may seem, with Allah, all things are possible. Sometimes the answer comes instantly, and other times it unfolds gradually, teaching us patience, trust, and reliance on Him. Even when we feel unheard, every dua we make is recorded, cherished, and answered in the best way, at the best time. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed, remember that your cries are not in vain. Allah's response might come in the form of a solution, an unexpected opportunity, or even a newfound strength within yourself. Keep turning to Him, for He is always listening, always near, and always responding in ways beyond our understanding. Lesson 6. Growth through challenges. Sometimes Allah helps us by shaping us into better versions of ourselves through hardships, even when we fail to recognize it at first. Life's trials are not meant to break us. Rather, they serve as tools that refine our patience, resilience, and faith. Each difficulty we encounter acts like a sculptor's chisel, gradually removing the rough edges of our character and revealing the beauty within. These challenges push us beyond our comfort zones, helping us cultivate humility, self-awareness, and a deeper reliance on Allah's wisdom and mercy. Consider an individual who struggled with a short temper and an inability to manage stress. He often reacted impulsively, letting his emotions control him in difficult situations. Then, a sudden financial crisis turned his world upside down. Bills piled up, job opportunities seemed scarce, and the weight of responsibility felt unbearable. Initially, he was filled with frustration, blaming circumstances and even questioning his own capabilities. However, with time, he realized that the only source of true strength lay in turning to Allah. Through sincere supplications, late-night prayers, and constant reflection, he found solace and began developing patience he never thought possible. Gradually, he learned to surrender his worries to Allah and trust that better days would come. Looking back, he understood that the financial hardship wasn't a punishment, but rather a lesson in self-control, reliance, and growth. It is during these moments of trial that Allah strengthens us from within, molding us into individuals with greater emotional intelligence and spiritual maturity. Every test we face teaches us valuable lessons, whether it's learning to endure setbacks with grace, finding gratitude in what we have, or realizing the power of perseverance. Just as gold is purified by fire, our souls are refined through the trials we endure with faith and patience. Allah reminds us in the Quran, "We will surely test you with something of fear and hunger and a loss of wealth and lives and fruits. But give good tidings to the patient, those who, when disaster strikes them, say, Indeed we belong to Allah, and indeed to Him we will return. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:155-156. This verse reassures us that hardships are not random. They are carefully designed opportunities to develop inner strength and steadfastness. When we approach difficulties with patience and trust in Allah's wisdom, we open the door to immense personal and spiritual growth. Every struggle, no matter how overwhelming, carries within it seeds of wisdom and transformation. It teaches us to let go of our attachment to worldly control and embrace the reality that Allah's plans are far superior to our limited understanding. Hardships ultimately redirect us towards self-improvement, guiding us to become wiser, more compassionate, and more connected to our Creator. Thus, instead of resisting life's challenges, we should embrace them with faith, knowing that they are a means of purification and a reminder of our dependence on Allah. With every hardship comes an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and closer to the one who knows what is truly best for us. Lesson 7. The love for Allah that grows within. The greatest sign of Allah's help is the deep and unwavering love that begins to flourish in your heart for Him. This divine love is not just an emotion. It becomes a guiding force that influences your outlook on life, reshapes your priorities, and steers you towards a path of righteousness and inner peace. It instills within you a sense of purpose, replacing confusion and uncertainty with clarity and conviction. This love is transformative. It shifts your focus from temporary worldly desires to the eternal pursuit of Allah's pleasure, molding your character with patience, gratitude, and humility. Consider a person once consumed by the pursuit of wealth, status, and material success. Believing that these things would bring lasting happiness, they devoted their energy to accumulating possessions and social recognition. Yet despite achieving their goals, they found themselves feeling empty and unfulfilled. The turning point came when they began to reflect on the countless blessings in their life that they had overlooked. Health, family, the beauty of nature, and the gift of guidance. Through sincere contemplation and a renewed connection with Allah, they discovered that true fulfillment lies not in possessions, but in spiritual closeness to their Creator. They learned that every blessing, every hardship, and every moment of joy was a sign of Allah's presence and mercy in their life. The greatest sign of Allah's help is the deep and unwavering love that begins to flourish in your heart for Him. This divine love is not just an emotion. It becomes a guiding force that influences your outlook on life, reshapes your priorities, and steers you towards a path of righteousness and inner peace. It instills within you a sense of purpose, replacing confusion and uncertainty with clarity and conviction. This love is transformative. It shifts your focus from temporary worldly desires to the eternal pursuit of Allah's pleasure, molding your character with patience, gratitude, and humility. Consider a person once consumed by the pursuit of wealth, status, and material success. Believing that these things would bring lasting happiness, they devoted their energy to accumulating possessions and social recognition. Yet despite achieving their goals, they found themselves feeling empty and unfulfilled. The turning point came when they began to reflect on the countless blessings in their life that they had overlooked. Health, family, the beauty of nature, and the gift of guidance. Through sincere contemplation and a renewed connection with Allah, they discovered that true fulfillment lies not in possessions, but in spiritual closeness to their Creator. They learned that every blessing, every hardship, and every moment of joy was a sign of Allah's presence and mercy in their life. Allah beautifully reminds us in the Quran, "Indeed, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest." Surah Ar-Ra'd 13:28. This verse highlights a profound reality. True peace and tranquility cannot be found in the fleeting pleasures of this world, but only through sincere remembrance and devotion to Allah. When you engage in dhikr, remembrance, you experience a sense of calm that no worldly success can provide. Your heart begins to find solace in prayer, knowing that Allah listens to every whisper of your soul. Gratitude fills your heart as you reflect on His favors, and you start to view every aspect of your life, both trials and triumphs, as part of His divine wisdom. The journey of nurturing this love for Allah involves conscious effort. It requires consistency in acts of worship, such as salah, prayer, reading and reflecting on the Quran, and engaging in acts of kindness and charity. As you deepen your faith, you realize that every prostration brings you closer to Allah, and every act of obedience strengthens your bond with Him. Over time, this love manifests in your daily life. Your decisions become more aligned with Islamic values. Your relationships are rooted in sincerity, and your actions reflect a sense of responsibility towards your faith. Moreover, loving Allah leads to a shift in perspective. Challenges that once seemed unbearable become opportunities to seek His guidance and patience. Material losses no longer define success, as you begin to understand that true richness lies in contentment with Allah's decree. This love also fosters resilience, enabling you to navigate the ups and downs of life with unwavering faith, trusting that Allah's plan is always for your benefit, even if it is beyond your immediate comprehension. To cultivate this love, immerse yourself in acts of remembrance, spend time in reflection, and seek knowledge about Allah's names and attributes. Recognizing Allah's mercy, His wisdom, and His endless compassion helps deepen your affection for Him. When you acknowledge that every breath, every heartbeat, and every opportunity is a gift from Him, your gratitude grows, and so does your love. This spiritual connection fills your heart with a unique type of contentment, one that is not dependent on external circumstances, but rooted in the unwavering certainty that Allah is always near, guiding and supporting you. In conclusion, the love for Allah is the most valuable treasure a person can possess. It transforms the way you perceive the world, offering a deeper sense of fulfillment and an unshakable source of comfort. Embrace this love, nurture it, and allow it to guide you towards a life of purpose and peace. For there is no greater source of tranquility than knowing and loving the one who created you. These 7 lessons serve as profound reminders of Allah's unwavering presence and boundless mercy in our lives. His divine wisdom is interwoven into every aspect of our existence, from the smallest daily encounters to life-altering events. If you take a moment to reflect, you'll realize that His guidance is present in ways that often go unnoticed, whether through a sudden change in plans that later proves beneficial, an unexpected act of kindness from a stranger, or even the quiet strength you find within yourself during difficult times. Every hardship we endure is not a mere coincidence, but a purposeful part of our spiritual journey, leading us toward growth, patience, and a deeper connection with our Creator. Likewise, every opportunity that comes our way is a reflection of His generosity and a test of our gratitude. Even the relationships we forge and lose are intricately woven into our lives, serving as lessons and stepping stones towards self-improvement and spiritual fulfillment. When you begin to view life through the lens of Allah's wisdom, you will recognize that what may seem like obstacles are, in reality, divine interventions designed to redirect us toward what is truly beneficial. His help manifests in ways both seen and unseen, through the resilience to overcome challenges, the inspiration to make better choices, and the serenity that fills our hearts when we surrender to His plan. If this message resonated with you and brought clarity to your perspective, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Your engagement not only helps spread these meaningful reminders to others, but also strengthens our collective bond in faith, encouraging more people to recognize the beauty of trusting Allah's divine wisdom. Thank you for watching. Until next time, may you remain steadfast in faith, seek comfort in Allah's endless mercy, and trust that He is always guiding you toward what is best, even when it's not immediately clear. Stay blessed and remember, Allah's plan is always perfect.